So let's talk about small changes, big returns. So the most powerful principle of influence. And here's actually two really good books that I really strongly recommend. So the first book is Influence. So it's a psychology of persuasion, and this is pretty old book already. I mean, it came out decades ago, and it's a really good book. And then Pre-Suasion is the sequel to this book. So both of these are by Robert Cialdini, and these actually talk about many important topics regarding marketing and how to understand like human behavior and how to influence human behavior. And so it actually goes through many different things that you can actually apply in your marketing. So I strongly recommend to check out these books. And Cialdini just had this interesting webinar regarding going through some of case studies that he has helped some companies to do. So let's actually look into it. So he talked about many different things. So let's take a look and let's also think how we can actually apply those marketing principles to our Amazon business. So he went through this McDonald's success story, overcoming resistance to see better results, learn the 5 words that can enhance agreement by 150%. And this is actually really interesting, really surprising. And then the story of L'Oreal, which I didn't actually, I mean, I knew half of the story, but I didn't know the whole of it. So now it actually makes sense. Now the slogan actually makes sense. So I actually wasn't even familiar about it. So yeah, this is interesting stuff. Yeah, so what did actually McDonald's dessert? What did McDonald's do to increase their dessert sales increase by 55%? Well, I mean, the typical thing is that first of all, I mean, you need to ask like when you go to McDonald's, especially in the US, like people they typically ask you that, hey, like if you're ordering a hamburger, they will ask that, oh, do you want to add fries to it? I mean, make it a meal. So, I mean, that usually increases sales. So one thing is that, I mean, they made this experiment that they just started asking that, hey, would you like to add our McFlurry ice cream to your order? So, I mean, naturally, this increased the sales, but that's not the whole story. What they did, I mean, increased the sales even more was that, hey, would you like to add our McFlurry ice cream to your order? I mean, it is our most popular dessert and chosen by many. I mean, just by simply asking this question, I mean, McDonald's tapped into the power of suggestion and this persuasive influence, meaning that they don't just ask the question, but they also emphasize that, I mean, this is the choice that most of the people, most of the customers actually do. And such a simple change to do, which actually increase the sales. So it's the power of this suggestive selling and its impact. So by doing this practice, I mean, they did not only increase the awareness of the customers to this product, to this McFlurry, but I mean, also effectively influence their customers' purchasing decisions and achieve significant growth in dessert sales. Because, I mean, this is not really the typical reason why people go to McDonald's, right? Because you go to McDonald's to eat like burger, fries, maybe a steak, but that's typically, I mean, pretty much it. So you don't go there that, hey, I mean, let's go to McDonald's and eat a dessert. Or that's not even necessary at your mind at all. So this is really interesting thing how they actually change this behavior of the customers. So what can we actually do on Amazon? So what can we actually learn from this case study here? I mean, the point is that we basically just build this awareness, and then additionally, we not only about awareness, but also about like emphasizing that, I mean, this is a choice that is made by many. So this means that it actually increases this peer pressure. So that means that we can do different things in the product listing. We can do different things in our overall marketing, like email campaigns. For example, when we are launching a new product, we can emphasize that, okay, I mean, this is the choice that many popular, many of our customers have chosen. And for example, in the product listing, like let's say that you have different variations. Let's say that you have different sizes, but you just say that, oh, this is the most popular choice. This is what like most people choose. I mean, already that gives, makes an impact, because maybe you guys remember the story I told like sometime before, that like I saw this ad online for this interesting wallet, and I was thinking that, hey, maybe this is a cool wallet. So I just thought that, well, I watched the marketing video and everything, and this was like interruptive marketing. I mean, I was not in the business of like buying a wallet that day. I mean, it didn't even cross my mind. It was just, I saw a video ad that interrupted whatever I was doing, and then caught my interest. And then basically I already started thinking that, hey, I mean, this actually looks like a cool wallet. Maybe I will order it. But then what happened was that when the funnel finally took me to the like page where I make the order, I mean, they just presented me too many options, too many different colors, many different colors, many different fabrics, many different, I think there was difference even in shape. So, I mean, I didn't choose, like, I was not able to make the decision that, which one I actually wanted. So what happened that I never even bought the wallet. So if they actually had applied this principle, that they would just say that, hey, this is the most popular choice, then I mean, also that maybe I would have made the buying decision, because I mean, the principle is that if you confuse, you lose. So by giving people direction, I mean, it's a way how to pretty much like influence their behavior. So we can use it on product listing, when we had different variations saying that, oh, this is the most popular choice, or different kinds of bundle or something like this. And we can use in our marketing, like when we are launching a new product, saying that, I mean, this product is chosen by 50%, whatever percent of our customers for doing X and so on. Then in our packaging, to emphasize different points and product inserts. And product inserts is really good way how to introduce like new products, meaning that if we just want to like capture their customer information, I mean, we could just basically give you a free product and so on. And in overall communication, like when there's communication with our customers, we can use this language that, I mean, most of our customers decide to do this, or most of our customers buy this in addition, meaning that if there's some kind of issue with the product or some kind of question, then you can basically just answer by saying that, yeah, I mean, most of our customers do this in order to like avoid this issue or whatever. So there's like many different ways how we can do this, how we can actually apply this principle. And the point is that we help the prospect to make decisions, and we help the prospect to make buying decisions. I mean, if they have already bought something, then we can just guide them by just saying that what the majority has done. So meaning that then there's like social proof, social peer pressure. So the power of social proof. So influencing of social proof on decision making, because the reality is that, I mean, whether we know it or not, I mean, but we tend to rely on the experiences and actions of others to shape their choices. So maybe you do it in a restaurant asking that, hey, what's the most popular choice? Or when you are in the market for different product, let's say you go to a hardware store. I mean, at least I have done it as well. Like I asked that, hey, because typically, especially in Finnish hardware stores, I mean, the customer service, it's not really, well, I mean, compared to the American customer service, you cannot really even call it as customer service, because the point is just that they basically just say that, oh, here's the products and it's up to you to decide. So they don't really help you that much. So when I'm usually in these decisions that, I mean, okay, you just, I mean, presented me 3 different machines for to do maybe some yard work or whatever. I mean, I don't know. This is not my area of expertise. So I mean, okay. So usually I just ask that, okay, what is the most popular out of these 3 or 4 machines? Like, I don't know. I mean, they all have the same like similar price. So that doesn't make any impact. So which is the one that I should choose, and what is the product that most people have actually chosen? So different types of social proof are like customer reviews. And I mean, obviously we do it already on Amazon. I mean, just encouraging honest feedback, but then also having these testimonials. So what we talked a few weeks ago, I mean, you should definitely like ask your customers to send like testimonial photos, testimonial text, testimonial videos about your products. So, and it's much easier to get this in, for example, US than in, let's say, from Finnish customers, because for a reason or another, I mean, American people just like to, I guess, present themselves more. So they are definitely not shy to, I mean, showcase even their face and doing these different kind of videos where they show your products and so on. And obviously, I mean, like we have talked before about doing these different collaborations with influencers, for example, with you on TikTok. But the thing is that a popular offering influences buyer behavior by creating a sense of trust and prompting customers to follow the crowd in making a purchase. So it's all about that we guide people, direct people to make the decision. So another way is that, I mean, doing different kind of bundles. So, I mean, to increase the sales by just providing added value and convenience, encouraging customers to purchase more in a way or another. And then this cross-promoting in product descriptions, meaning that you, like, it doesn't even have to be a set. It just has to be that some like product complements the existing product that you have. So you can just basically mention is that, I mean, that you are like, typically this product can be used together with this and that item and so on. And of course, there's limitations on what you can do inside of Amazon in product listing. But then, I mean, let's say in your own email marketing, I mean, there's no restrictions, whatever, pretty much. So you can do anything you like in your own like email marketing campaigns. And this is actually interesting. I think this concept of psychological reactance. So the thing is that, like, when people feel like their freedom to choose is being taken away, they tend to push back and resist persuasion, making it harder to convince them to change their minds. So thing is that it's interesting thing that like when it, like let's say this example of when I was browsing just online and I ended up in this funnel where the funnel sold me this wallet. Like there's many different ways how to basically influence my behavior as a customer. So it might actually happen sometimes that you make certain choices and you end up like pushing the customer in a way instead of like helping to actually make that decisions. So then in that case, like it's gonna actually increase this pushback and it's gonna resist this persuasion. Just so meaning that I'm not gonna buy, and it's gonna be actually much harder to get me to buy if I have actually experienced this in any kind of pushback. So if I actually experience that, then it's going to be just more difficult to make that like buying decision. So okay, I mean, this sounds interesting. So what does it mean? Well, let's say that something has happened and we have accidentally like introduced this resistance in the customer's mind. So what can we do? What can we do to pull them back? So something has happened. So we have made some kind of mistake in the marketing or any kind of communication, messaging or something. So we have accidentally like added this pushback and resistance. So what can we do to get them back? Well, this is an interesting sentence that Cialdini said, that you can actually, meaning that you say that, but you're free to choose. So this actually works in such a way that it reinstalls the sense of freedom to choose. So it can actually be the disclaimer at first and last of your offer request. So when Cialdini gave this example of when a company had to make these kind of surveys. So, I mean, just by adding this sentence there, but you're free to choose, they increased this participation by up to like 40%. And same thing can be actually applied to different kinds of marketing activities, meaning that you could even say that, I mean, we are the best product in this and this category, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you're free to choose. Because, you know, I mean, we are also, all of us are like bombarded with this like marketing message like 24/7. So it's really difficult to, you know, have this trust if someone is saying, some company is saying that they are the best. They are the best at this product category. They are the best at whatever. They are the best in this product. They are the best in this niche. I mean, usually, I mean, it can just automatically create this resistance in our minds, saying that yeah, right, you're the best. Sure you are, like you and all the other companies. So just by actually adding this sentence, I mean, it actually, I mean, just consider yourself, like if someone is saying that, I mean, we are the best workout equipment, we are the best fitness company in the world. I mean, it sounds pretty egoistic and like, okay, fine, is it really the best? Maybe not. But if they actually say that we are the best working out equipment company in the world, but you're free to choose. I mean, it immediately releases this kind of tension that, yeah, I mean, yeah, cool. So I am actually free to choose. I am actually able to make that decision. So it's a really interesting way how this just one sentence can have such a big impact. And other ways how to use these sentences that, I mean, of course, it's up to you. Of course, you're free to decide. And I don't know, has anyone ever experienced it that you have been at the store, maybe some salesman is just trying to sell you something, and you start getting annoyed by it, and you just wish that, I just want to get out of this situation. But basically, if the person says that, I mean, yeah, this is a great product and blah, 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 blah. But I mean, of course, it's up to you. You're free to decide that whichever product you want. I mean, it immediately releases this tension. It feels much more like relaxing. Does it make sense? This is a really cool technique, and this is something that I hadn't actually realized. So that was definitely like kind of like eye opener for me in this presentation by Cialdini, because I mean, it really, like, when I started thinking about thinking back about different experiences that I have, I mean, it's so spot on. Like, just it's incredible how these few words can actually change the whole atmosphere and change it to much more like, I mean, it immediately releases the tension. So that's like a good way of how to describe it.